Hi guys, Dr. Berg here. In this video, we're going to talk about my best fat-burning philosophy, okay? Now, just to kind of educate you, there's 6 fat-burning hormones, okay? And so many people try to trigger those hormones, but it doesn't work. Why? Because these 6 fat-burning hormones are secondary. They can be influenced by other things and other hormones, okay? And mainly, when you try to trigger these things, you're actually doing something. Now, when you have the 3 fat-making hormones, okay, there's 3 of them, that's all about avoiding certain things, okay? So we have this choices that we make all day long. We can do certain things, we can eat healthy, or we can avoid things and not do things, okay? So if I were to ask you, what's more important, to eat healthy or to avoid unhealthy foods, what would you say? Well, I can't really hear you, so I'm just going to tell you. It's way more important, 1,000 times more important to not do certain things than to do certain things, okay? Why? Because these are the hormones that are dominating. The fat-making hormones are primary hormones, and they can crush these very easily. So in the presence of just a little bit of these won't work. So you have the person who says, well, I want to eat what I want, and I'll just exercise to burn off the calories, right? That won't work because they just have enough of the wrong foods to nullify their progress. So all it takes is a small amount of the wrong thing to destroy a lot of good. I'm sorry, that's just what happens. So let's talk about what to avoid in these hormones. There's 3 main hormones. We have cortisol, okay? Cortisol is a stress hormone. So of course we want to avoid stress, right? It sounds easy, but it's not easy. So everywhere you go, there's stress. I like to dissect that a little bit more and really look at who in my life is stressing me out and just avoid those people. Could be at work, could be friends, family, whatever. Just avoid those people. Change your environment. Start to do things to lower stress. Go for long walks. Supplement your body with nutritional support. There's a lot of things you can do to reduce cortisol. And there's enough videos to talk about that. But here's the other thing. I have a lot of videos on this too. Insulin. We have to lower insulin. That means get the sugar out, get the refined carbs out, get the hidden sugars out, alcohol, juice, yogurt, in fact, breads, pasta, cereal, crackers, things like that. But also, eating in general stimulates insulin, so too many meals a day is bad. So we want 3 or 2 meals a day with no snacks. Very important, okay? But here's this other thing that I guess I want to put more attention on because a lot of people don't know about this. Estrogen is one of the main fat-burning hormones, and it gives the excess fat around the hip weight, in the butt, in the lower pooch. It can also make your upper arms kind of fat as well. And so women that get pregnant, boy, everything just kind of goes out of whack because of the spike in estrogen. Then you got the birth control pills, right? So you might say, maybe you're a guy, or maybe you say, I'm not on birth control pills and I don't have an estrogen problem. Well, where are we getting the estrogen? We are basically bathing with estrogen in the environment. The primary area that you would be exposed to estrogen is through the GMO foods. GMO is heavily exposed to herbicides, glyphosate. Glyphosate is very estrogenic. So GMO foods, especially corn and soy, and a lot of the sugars, which are beet sugars now, are just, you're just completely dousing yourself with estrogen. And the problem is it's not labeled. So I really, really believe this, and this is probably going to come out, probably not now, maybe a couple years in the future. If you go to other countries, people lose weight. In America, they don't. I think it's the GMO foods. That's my guess. Because even people that eat healthy, sometimes they don't lose weight because of the GMO effect. In other countries, they don't have the GMO. The food is just healthier. So I think this estrogen is a bigger problem because it's creating breast tissue in male bodies. It's creating a lot of cancer in female bodies and male bodies. So what I'm going to recommend is that you really pay attention to the type of food, the quality of food that you eat. Like, make sure it's organic. If it's organic, at least you know it's non-GMO. Because a lot of times they don't label it. Grass-fed is non-GMO. So you want to start looking at that. let's say you go to the store and you buy chicken and it says natural. That's like, those animals are fed so much GMO corn and soy, you're getting it on your body. So that could be the reason that's your body's out of balance and you're not losing weight. So I wanted to kind of just hit this weight loss from a different angle, and this is way more important than trying to trigger and just eating healthy. You have to focus on not doing certain things. All right? It's a little counterintuitive, but it's something to digest and think about. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's some only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.